Hi everyone, I just wanted to come on and make a video quickly about the importance of taking some time out and turning down the noise, because my goodness, there is so much noise at the moment. And this is very prevalent for me because obviously a couple of weeks ago I took my trip away, had a week off, and it was the first time in ages that I'd actually switched off Telegram and the Truth stuff, and I just lived. And it was beautiful. It really was beautiful. And I was shocked when I logged back in, when I got back to the UK, so much so I made that video on the day I flew back about the excess deaths, because I was just so shocked by the fact that people were just quoting these figures as gospel when they were coming from the government. And the same people had been destroying the government facts on a certain illness for 3 years, and yet they're suddenly believing this. Why would I believe facts coming from government? I just don't. No one can convince me otherwise at the moment that I should believe these stats. But I've not seen anyone else make this point. And I'm not saying I'm right. They could be accurate, but we have no way of knowing. It's not a trustworthy source. So what I'm saying here is that taking some time out gives you a fresh pair of eyes. And when you come back to the true stuff, you will spot things. I guarantee you will spot things that no one else has spotted, because you're looking at stuff without prior influence. You know, when we spend so much time going round and round Telegram and Twitter and all the truth stuff, I don't think we realise how much negativity and how much shit is going into our mind, and how much of what we think is our own perception is actually not. And the other thing is the importance of using your own eyes. And I've really learnt this recently, that you've got to look with your own eyes at what you're seeing. You know, if it's behind a screen, you can't trust it. And is what you're seeing in the external world matching what you're seeing on Telegram and on Twitter and on the truth stuff? Because for me, it's not. And this is a question I tried to ask in a previous video, but didn't really get a response on this. Are people seeing the apocalyptic situation that is being talked about in the truth movement in real life? Are people seeing people dropping dead left, right, and centre? Because I'm not. And I'm not saying, I know that's narrow-minded, but I'm applying the same logic as I did during the COVID, where people were figuring out what was going on, because what they were seeing with their own eyes was not matching what they were seeing on the TV and by looking at facts and figures. It just wasn't matching up. So it's not matching up for me currently, and I don't know how much of this is a huge psyop, and how much of the truth community is being duped. Because this is fear, I feel, that's being ramped up to wake up the sleepers. This is not for us, but we're getting caught in the trap. So I have made a few videos recently since my return from my break that have stirred up the pot a bit. And I've presented stuff that is outside the status quo, really, and I've got people thinking. And I think that's actually really important. And I didn't necessarily mean to get people thinking, but that is the exact impact of my videos. And it sparked up a conversation on a Telegram group yesterday. So I just think, just try it. If you might do it already, which is great, but take a day off, take 2 days, take a week, go out in nature, go and observe the world with your own eyes, and then come back and look at stuff, and you will be amazed at how you look at stuff differently, and how you're picking up on new stuff. So just give it a go.